here we go.
Good, how are you, man?
Good, been waiting on you.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Why don't you get up and stand right here? Yeah. This is legendary.
Ready to go.
What does that mean?
What do you say?
I don't know.
How you gonna ask us what it means and you was on the phone?
You heard that?
So you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that.
I don't know what that was. It's 50-50. But nobody got this number though.
You have that number.
Nobody. It's a private number.
What the fuck was that?
What do you say?
Nah, nobody has his number though. I said nobody has his phone number.
I'm sure you saw the shocking video over the weekend of Shedeur Sanders being prank called. The callers posing as the Saints general manager, leading Shedeur to believe that he was being drafted by the Saints. Well, it turns out one of the kids involved is the son of Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. The Falcons confirming today that Jax Ulbrich came across the contact information on his father's unlocked iPad. Jeff Ulbrich did not know about any of this until the prank call came to light. The Falcons have apologized to Shedeur and his family. The Falcons went on to say, "We have also been in contact with the NFL and will continue to cooperate fully with any inquiries we may receive from the NFL League office. We are thoroughly reviewing all protocols and updating if necessary to help prevent an incident like this from happening again." Now, Jax actually released an apology on Instagram this afternoon. He says he called Shedeur on Sunday to apologize. Jax also says what he did was completely inexcusable, embarrassing, and shameful. He says he's sorry he took away from Shedeur's moment and that it was selfish and childish. Sanders was eventually drafted by the Browns in the 5th round on Saturday. And in case you're wondering, the Falcons are not scheduled to face the Browns this season.
Imagine waiting for your NFL Dream Day phone call. Come to find out, it's all a prank. Let's dive into the Shedeur Sanders NFL Draft Day controversy. Welcome back to The Breakdown, where we dissect the latest in sports drama. And today we're going to be unraveling the shocking prank phone call involving Shedeur Sanders in the 2025 NFL Draft. Hey, now before we get started, I just want to take this time out real quick to show some love to all the individuals that have been subscribing to our channels. Our numbers are really starting to get up there, and we definitely appreciate all the love and support. We're going to go ahead and, for all you new viewers, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification button, along with that share button, so we can go ahead and help out this algorithm get out to a larger audience. So with that being said, let's go ahead and just try to form a timeline of what happened, when it happened, and where we're at right now, where everything's at right now with this incident. So day 2 of the 2025 NFL Draft, top college quarterback prospect Shedeur Sanders received a phone call from someone within, quote, the New Orleans Saints organization, claiming to be New Orleans Saints general manager Mickey Loomis, and basically said to him and Sanders, and we quote, "We're going to be taking you with our next pick, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer," and basically hung up the phone. Now, Sanders was hopeful and at the same time a bit confused, and within a few minutes realized it was a prank. Now, obviously, this was, this spread like wildfire, and the NFL started investigating, and the Sanders team started investigating, and the result of that investigation came to fruition to be found out that the individual that was responsible was Jeff Ulbrich's son. Jeff Ulbrich, the defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons, had Shedeur Sanders' information, his phone number, within his locked iPad. The iPad was unlocked, and his son Jax decided to go ahead and retrieve that information, and with him and an accomplice decided to go ahead and pretty much prank phone call Shedeur Sanders, pretending to be a general manager from the New Orleans Saints. And this spread like wildfire. Obviously, Jeff Ulbrich had no idea that his son did this. His son, Jax Ulbrich, posted an apology on Instagram, as you can see. And the Atlanta Falcons also apologized as well. The defensive coordinator of the Atlanta Falcons called and apologized. Everybody basically called and apologized about this incident. So that's where we're at right now. And of course, Shedeur Sanders eventually got drafted by the Cleveland Browns. So here's my take on the situation. What are we doing? Like, how does this breach of security even happen? Like, I find it, very interesting that this would not have happened to a Manning. This would not have happened to a Drew Brees son. This wouldn't have happened to anybody that would have been something or someone that, they look in a different light. Let's just keep it real. The Sanders name, the Sanders brand has always been in question with certain entities or individuals just because of who they are and how they carry it. And it seems like the more and more success these young men get, the more and more scrutiny is thrown their way. This is the biggest day of this young man's life, his young life. Okay? It's already bad enough that he's sliding out of the first, heading into the second round, heading into the third round. I mean, he didn't get drafted till the fifth round, which is a travesty in itself. We're not even going to talk about that. But while he's sitting here waiting, day two, someone decides to come up with the bright idea to go ahead and prank call this young man. What are we doing here? And let's be honest, an apology is just supposed to fix this whole situation. I mean, let's look at it and say, hey, if this was someone maybe of color, they'd probably be asking for his job. Let's say if this was Ray Rose, defensive coordinator back in the day, and one of his children did this, they'd be wanting his head. But now, a simple apology, and here we go. And let's not forget the fact that the Atlanta Falcons, this was the team that drafted Shedeur Sanders' dad. Dion was drafted first round by the Atlanta Falcons. How in this has to be for the owners of the Atlanta Falcons, this has to be extremely embarrassing. I mean, I remember back in the day when Prime Time was drafted to the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons instantly became hot. Instantly. You had everybody and their mom walking around with black bandanas and Prime Time 21 jerseys on. And then when he came out with the sneaks, come on now. Everybody remembers that. That's back in my era. Him, Hammer, Too Legit to Quit, Must Be the Money. Man, Prime had a run with Atlanta. That black and red was popping. And you go, and this is this is how this happens. This is how this happens. Now, and then from my understanding, this apology that Jax Ulbrich's son posted has now been deleted on his Instagram page. I just don't understand how, you go ahead and let something like this happen. These type of things should be obviously written within, these things that happen should be incorporated within these individuals' contracts. This is wouldn't you call this some type of conduct policy violation? Wouldn't that be the case? I mean, Shannon Sharp, he has to go ahead and step away from his job at ESPN because of conduct detrimental to his employers. Isn't this the same thing? I mean, you really messed up the biggest moment of this young man's young NFL day, career starting off. It's already bad enough he slid to the 5th round, which is a travesty in itself. You got all these quarterbacks, and now mind you, Shedeur Sanders was supposed to be top 2 quarterback within this draft. Some had him actually better than Cam Ward. At the very least, he should have went 2. At the very least. Cleveland needed a quarterback. You still could have got both quarterbacks. But Cleveland, let's keep it real. It's a business at the end of the day. Cleveland did not want to pay anywhere from that $30 to $50 million that he would have been basically somewhat guaranteed over the course of his contract. They didn't want to pay that first round money, especially to a Sanders. No, not at all. This is a lot to unpack here, and it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better for Atlanta at all. Let me tell you something. That Atlanta Falcons defense better be, we talking about Buddy Ryan-ish, Vic Fangio-ish, okay? That defense better be popping, all right? Because this guy is immediately on the hot seat. Jeff Ulbrich, yeah, you're on the hot seat immediately, okay? If I'm the owner of the Atlanta Falcons, I'm looking for a reason to fire. I don't need this headache all year, and it's going to be a headache all year, especially if Shedeur starts, he eventually gets the starting job, and now he's doing his thing. He's got Cleveland moving along, and now, and just so happens the Atlanta defense is going the opposite way. Oh, no, man. You got to go. You got to go. Who else? And what else is your son going to do? And what about the guy that actually made the phone call? Because if you look at the video, Jax Ulbrich was sitting on the side. The kid that actually made the phone call wasn't Ulbrich. Ulbrich provided the phone number, but who's the guy that made the phone call? Who's that guy? That's a lot to unpack here. It's only going to get deeper as time goes on. Believe me, the investigation isn't over. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Should Jeff Ulbrich be fired for this? Should it be fined? Should he have some type of reprimand handed to him? Should he go through some type of reprimand? Or is it just going to be, we're just going to go ahead and accept that apology? Just his son throws out that apology. It's a couple apologies thrown out and we move on. How's that work? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know what y'all think. Definitely appreciate all the love and support. And we're on to the next one.